Okay, getting into the build breakdown, we're starting with the specialists. We are running technician for the extra damage to robotics, and we get the skill tier. So this is what makes this build 6 skill tier. Alright, getting into the weapons. We have the capacitor as our main weapon. It's at 96.7k base damage, level 15 expertise, and we got all stats maxed out. The talent is capacitance, and shooting enemies builds stacks to a cap of 40. Each stack grants 1.5% skill damage. After 5 seconds, stacks decay 1 per second. So when you do the math on that, that winds up coming out to 60% extra skill damage when your stacks are maxed, when you reach the full 40. Then we have, for each skill tier, you gain 7.5% weapon damage. And when you do the math on that, that's 45% of extra weapon damage on top of whatever else weapon damage you have. So in this case, we only have one weapon core, which is on the Ninja Bike backpack. So the Ninja Bike backpack is what makes this build what it is. And as you saw in the gameplay, it was going in. So let's get into the gear pieces. We got the Wyvern for the mask, maxed out, skill damage, status effect. Then we got the China Light Industries. We get explosive damage, and then 20% skill haste. We have crit chance and a crit hit chance mod on this with 7.5% skill damage. And we are running the talent Spark. Damaging enemies with a skill increases total weapon damage by 15% for 15 seconds. So we got damage of 45% weapon damage from the capacitor when we get max stacks, and then we got an extra 15% from the talent Spark. Then we going into the holster. We running Hannah U Corporation. We got skill haste and then 2% skill damage, maxed out stacks. We're running Empress International with skill health and skill damage. We have arm core on this, crit hit damage, and then headshot damage. And we are running the new, I'm just going to say the Zoo, because that's what's abbreviated at the end. We're running the Zoo to get that 15% magazine size. And then we got 20% rifle damage, which we're not really using that actual stat. We're just using assault rifles. But we got skill tier, crit hit damage, and skill damage. And then of course the Ninja Bike backpack. So this is what the build is. We are running the Bleed Hive, and we are running the Pulse, EMP Pulse, so that we can destroy other people's skills just for like 3 or 4 seconds. That's what you disable them for, which allows you to get your shots in, and you have to have a gun battle at this point. So that's why we're running the EMP Pulse, so that we can actually have a gun battle and not a skill battle. Okay, and then we're going to get into the secondary weapon. I was running the Carbine 7 to give me that instinct, that extra damage on top of the skills. And then we have the Orbit as our sidearm, maxed out stacks, level 1 expertise. The talent Perfect Finisher. Swapping from this weapon within 10 seconds of killing an enemy grants 35% crit hit chance and 40% crit hit damage. Now let's look at some stats. Of course, our crit hit chance is low, but we got a decent amount for this particular build in crit hit damage, which is 120.8%, and then 32% for crit hit chance. Look at some weapon damage. We got, let's see, assault rifle damage 30%, which is not bad, and then rifle damage 35%, but we're not using any rifles. But this is the build, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think below. I truly enjoyed this build, and I mean, it's a perfect hybrid build for me because the way I play. So I'm getting the extra damage from Spark, Instinct, and then the capacitor. With all those combined, as you see, it was actually going in, and we only have one weapon core. So that's the build. Let me know what you guys think in the comment below. Get up with you guys later. It's your boy T'Challa. T'Challa out.